Recording in progress.
So I have a 15-year-old nephew, and he asked me years ago, he's like, I want to be successful. How do I do it? I was like, read, like not your cell phone, but books. So I got into a conversation with him, and we had a bet, like if he would read a certain number of books over the course of a summer, I would give him a lump of money to do what he wanted, and he never got into it. But the first book I mailed him was this one, and he read like 6 pages and quit. So lo and behold, 2 years later, part of his summer reading is 1984. I'm on vacation last week, and he was on Snapchat, and he was watching videos, and he was in the hot tub, and I didn't see him pick up the damn book, even though it was sitting on the counter. So I asked him, I'm like, why didn't you pick up the book? He's like, it's just so boring, Uncle Frank. I don't understand it. How can you possibly understand this book if you don't understand World War I? When World War I happened, there was a ton of sanctions on Germany. The sanctions on Germany led to the rise of the National German Socialist Party, which were the Nazis, which led to World War II. Sanctions on Japan led to them bombing us at Pearl Harbor, but I won't get too deep into this. After the end, there was kind of East and West. There was different philosophies. There was the Russian philosophy of communism, and there was the capitalist and democratic society of the West. Those were the big division points. That led to the Cold War. And Orwell read this book in 1949, and what he was thinking about was the control of societies. He was British. He looked at it from the perspective of there's going to be a lot of control. And Becca's point about Big Brother was a television in everybody's house that monitored people, which was the thing he saw in the future. But this book is boring as hell, and it has absolutely no context if you don't understand those 10 bullet points. I was on the phone with my nephew, and I explained that to him, and I was like, that's why they make you read this. He's like, wow, it's so much more interesting now. And it all kind of builds on itself. So that book, they've been punishing kids with it for 70 years because of it's really important. But you can't possibly understand the book if you don't understand all the things that led to the book. The reason I go into all this is because we're in a hot market, and if we don't have the right fundamentals and disciplines, we're gonna miss part of it. All the little things we ask of you, which I've worked at big companies. I did a podcast on, like all the meetings and things that people have to deal with. We don't deal with too many meetings. Like my brother is in like 32 hours a week of internal meetings. Like that doesn't give you much time to do anything else. You have to work like 70 hours a week. Our internal meetings are pretty slim in comparison to like normal companies. I mean, Harry's here, like at NVR, they're all over you with meetings. Like it's very different. The goal is to understand the book. And there's no way in hell you can understand the book if you don't understand the backstory. You guys provide the backstory. The managers write the book. So it all works in unison. It's just little things that we need to do to build on each other that make us better. Because it's a hot market, you don't even notice it in some instances. But the little things make us a little bit more astute and get us out in front, and it keeps us ahead. The most important person on this call is you. It isn't me. If you take initiative inside of your life, if you are the one who drives your career, if you do the things that we ask of you, if you show up to meetings prepared and you do the right things, it's incredible what happens. Hey guys, guess what? It's me, and I'm still following you around the internet. So guess what? It's time. Let's take this relationship to the next level. Like, click, do something, engage. Tell me, hey, I see all your videos and you suck. That's fine. Or tell me this is helpful, or talk about this. Whatever you want, I'm here to do it. So please engage. See ya.